Good morning, Project ViSalus. My name is Lindsay Myers. I'm an ambassador with ViSalus, and I've been getting a lot of emails lately and Facebook messages from people asking me how I was able to achieve such success in such a small amount of time. And my response to that is challenge party, challenge party, challenge party. And so I wanted to put together a small training video exclusively for Project ViSalus and the people that are in our network to go into a little more detail about that and how to host a successful challenge party where people are prepared, as opposed to a challenge party where people come and don't make a buying decision that night. So I always first, with new promoters and new people that I enroll, I always first sit down with them, and I usually don't sit down with them at the challenge party and go over the GST training, only because I feel like so much information is presented at one time at the challenge party that to do the GST as well is just too much. So what I like to do is schedule some time either the following day or the next day with the person for about 20 minutes or a half an hour just to go over the GST training together and make sure we're all on the same page. So the first thing that I do, and I do a GST training myself. It's www.gst.visalus.com. I always go there. I point my new promoters and my new enrollees there and have them go through the training video with Nick and his wife, explaining exactly how to present ViSalus to your social networks. So the first thing I do is I write down my upline numbers, phone numbers for my upline. I do this every week. For some reason, for me, it's just better that I do it in black and white. The reason why for me is that if I'm on the phone with somebody and they're super interested in ViSalus and I want to bring somebody in my upline on the phone right away, this helps me memorize my upline's phone numbers so that if I'm in a position where I need to get a hold of them, I don't have to dig through my phone. I don't have to, run around to find a number. If I write it down every week, the likelihood of me remembering it is pretty good. Second thing I do is I write down my 90-day challenge goal. My 90-day challenge goal for me is always just to gain some more muscle and to kind of beef up a little bit. I'm kind of a gym rat, so the 90-day Body by Vi challenge works well for me. And then at the bottom, I always put my business goal down. And my business goals have changed since I've started ViSalus, and so each week my goals change for my business. Some weeks it's to enroll as many people as possible. Other weeks, though, it's to help people in my network gain their enrollees. And so that's what I like about ViSalus, is being able to give back to my friends in my social network and help them achieve success. So I write that down every time, and then I always make a list of 25 names and phone numbers of people in my social network, constantly reaching out to new people. I'm always shaking hands. Kyle Passetti said it best when we were at the Kansas City National Training. The best way to expand your social network is just to say hi. Just to walk up to people, say hi, generate conversation. Don't talk about ViSalus. Don't overwhelm people right off the bat with ViSalus and what you do with ViSalus and all this stuff. But I always like to develop a relationship with people, and then as the relationship evolves, I present ViSalus as something that they might like. That's it. So always saying hi to people, always super friendly. I'm a friendly guy anyways. It doesn't hurt to expand my social network. As I expand my social network, I continue to grow my list. I do a list of 25 names every week. I go down the list, I contact those people, and we're going to walk through exactly how to do that and how to do that successfully today. So in the GST training, Nick and his wife, they talk about how to contact people and how to reach out to your social network. And the way that I like to contact people is I like to call them. I like to start general conversation. How was your weekend? Hope everything's good. Hope the kids are good. Whatever. And then I like to go into, if they don't know about ViSalus, I always go into, hey, I just started with this awesome company. It's called ViSalus. It's the most successful 90-day health challenge in North America right now. And do you have a couple minutes just to talk about it for a second? And I just kind of walk it in like that. Not an uncomfortable conversation. Just letting my social network know exactly what I'm doing with my life and what's going on. And that's what my social network wants to know anyways. So I just say, hey, I just signed up with ViSalus. It's the fastest growing weight loss challenge in North America right now. Do you have a few minutes to talk? And they always say yes. They're my social network. These are my friends. They always say, yeah, I got a few minutes to talk. No big deal. If they say no, I'll call them back whenever they're free, but 99.9% of the time they say yes. The first tool that I always use for presenting ViSalus is always my website. There's a 5-minute YouTube video on the front side of every promoter's website. I always send the person to my website. Are you in front of a computer? Yeah, you're in front of a computer. Do you have 5 minutes to watch this YouTube video and give me your opinion? They always say yes. If they're in front of a computer, have accessibility to like an iPhone or a smartphone, they can go to your website, they can watch your 5-minute YouTube video, and then what I always say is, can I call you back in 10 minutes after you watch that video? They say yes. So when that happens, I put a red dot next to their name on my 25-person list, and then for the next 10 minutes, I'm not just going to sit there and stare at my watch and say, hey, 10 minutes have passed, I need to call Jim Smith back. No, I'm going to continue to be productive for the next 10 minutes, and I'm going to call the rest of the people. I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to kind of glance at my watch, 10, 12 minutes. I'm going to call Jimmy Smith back. I'm going to say, hey, Jimmy, did you have a second to watch that video? And Jimmy's going to say, yeah, I had a second to watch that video. I'm going to say, what did you like best about the video? I'm not going to say, did you like the video? I'm not going to say, are you interested? I'm not going to say, give me $499 so we can drive BMWs and make all kinds of cash and we can, take it to the moon, Jimmy. I'm going to just simple phrase, it's in the GST training, what did you like best about the video? And the response that you're going to get from that is going to be a positive response. That's at least the way that Nick and his wife lay it out in the GST training. My experience, though, is that I never get a positive response. Nobody ever says, oh my gosh, the shakes look so delicious from your YouTube video. Nobody ever says that. What they say is, yeah, it looks good. What's in the shakes? How much does it cost? How much is it to get involved? They ask a bunch of questions. How does it compare against this product or that product or this company and that company? They want to know all the questions about ViSalus, right? And so I never, and I always tell my promoters this too, I never answer those questions with those people. And there's a reason why I don't answer those questions, and we'll get to that in a second. But I never have my people answer those questions, nor do I answer those questions. The place where those questions are answered is, and here's the secret, at the challenge party. So our goal is to get these people interested in ViSalus and then to the challenge party. We don't want to talk about money because who knows what people's financial position is. We don't want to talk about what's in the product because then that gives them time to do research before the challenge party. What we want to do is, so here's an example. I called Jimmy back. I go, Jimmy, do you have a second to watch that video? Yeah, what did you like best about the video? His response, how much do the shakes cost? You know what, Jimmy, we're having a party at my house on Saturday at 6 o'clock. You should come to the party. We'll go over, if you're interested in buying the product, we'll go over the prices of all of the products. And you can take a look at that. We're also going to be sampling the shake so you can get a taste of what's going on with it. And we can go from there. Is that all right with you? And Jimmy usually he'll say yeah. If he's free on Saturday at 6, he'll be at my party. What I want to make sure to do then is I want to put another check mark or something next to Jimmy Smith's name so that I know he's coming to my party Saturday at 6. Now, is that the end of Jimmy Smith? No. So if I'm making these calls, like today is a Thursday, if I'm making these calls on Thursday, my party's on Saturday, what do I want to do? I either want to call Jimmy Smith on Friday night, or I want to call Jimmy Smith on Saturday morning, remind him about the party. That's what that check mark next to his name will do. So I put a check mark next to his name. I'm going to call Jimmy on Saturday morning. Hey, Jimmy, it's Lindsay Myers calling. Wanted to call, double check, make sure you're coming to my party. We're doing that shake party for ViSalus. We're going to be trying the product. Just reiterate everything that's going to be going on. So now not only have I got one piece of marketing material, the website, and my YouTube video in front of his face, but I followed up with a phone call. We've talked about ViSalus a little bit more, and now he's coming to my party for the third piece of marketing material in front of his face. And the statistics are correct. When people are presented with something 3 times, their brain is in a buying decision mode. Doesn't mean they're going to buy every time. It doesn't mean that they're going to make the decision right there or anything like that. But more than likely, they are better prepared to make a purchasing decision when they're at the party, when the party is set up appropriately. So just as a heads up to reiterate, don't answer any questions on the phone. Don't think you have to be a product genius. To be honest with you, I have no idea how ViSalus stacks up against GNC, Nutrisystem, SlimFast, Jenny Craig. I don't know. What I do know is that the Challenge Party DVD explains that. There's a comparison section on our website under the products tab. If you scroll to the bottom, it compares all of our products against other products that are in the market. and they can look at that. That's another piece of marketing material. So that's now 2. If somebody has product questions, send them to the product section on a website. Let them see it in black and white. We don't have to be the explainers. We don't have to be the salespeople. All we want to do is invite our social network to something that they can stay open-minded to, an opportunity. That's it. And when we get them to the party, we just press play on the DVD, try the shakes, press play on the DVD, and then I always close out my party with my why and why I got involved with ViSalus. My biggest why is that I want to be financially independent. I want to kind of spread my wings, and it doesn't hurt to drive a new car. And then on top of all of that, I love helping my friends. Like, I love helping my friends become successful. I've personally taken a couple of my friends up to the BMW dealership, and I've watched them cry at the BMW dealership, and that brings more joy in my life than anything else. So I hope these tips were helpful for you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook. You can give me a call. My cell number is 513-280-2714. Hope everyone has a great day, and hope everyone sees success in ViSalus. Bye, life.